How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my kitchen, and today we're joined by VanillaMagikarp, who I absolutely deep-fried, beer-battered lemon wedge last Wednesday on our Cookoff stream. We now improved to 1-1 and are looking to go 2-1 against Professor Gnome on Friday. So I won't waste too much of your time on this part, just wanted to plug that stream real quick before we get right into the conversation. Also want to note that there has been crazy interest from other creators on that creators tournament I mentioned the other day. So far, we've contacted and heard back from 21 interested creators, and we're only on day 2 of recruiting. So it's going to be a fun time already. But with that being said, here's the full audio of my call with VanillaMagikarp, where we discussed what happened and what our thought process was as we were building these decks. Nice. Okay, we're in. All right. This time I see the bars. You are definitely you're moving and grooving. All right, take 2. For those of you tuning in, I appreciate y'all. We are doing a second take of our analysis of the previous stream, because the first time around I didn't check to see if your audio was recording.
Well, you know, you're still new at this game, you're not as good as I am, so I get it. I get why you would mess up.
Yeah, I just wanted an excuse to see you again.
You don't ever have to have an excuse, buddy, just call.
For sure, for sure.
I'll even answer if you know, it's called collect. That's a dated reference that no one will get.
I did.
Good. Got a baby eats a boy.
Good to see you again, man.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, so we're here to review some footage from our last live stream together, where I definitely clapped you to advance to 1-1.
I don't think you get to use Professor Gnome as a 2-1, 1-2. I think it's you're 1-1 against me. You're 0-0 against Gnome.
Fair enough.
Our Gnomeo.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, so in my Cookoff format, I'm gonna advance to 2-1. But yeah, against you,
you're not the best at this. So like, obviously, numbers are pretty hard for you.
Ooh, I see. Okay.
I say as I have literally less more than half. Yeah, less than half of your subscriber count.
Oh, dude, today's been crazy. Like I've been watching that sub count because like mostly from other TCG tubers that are finding me. This project has been so much fun. We could talk about that as we go. I'm gonna go ahead and hit play here. Yep. So this is our first match. This was using Miltank,
which was your card.
Which is my pick. Yep. Mm-hmm. And we both kind of had a similar strategy with it, except I had a much more aggressive damage pushing strategy. And I think you mentioned somewhere, I don't remember where you mentioned this, but you said that you tend to build for consistency, and that absolutely shows here in this match. Because whereas I got to heal off maybe twice or 3 times in this match, you managed to do it like every single turn.
I think there were one maybe 2 that I didn't get off, but yeah, like I want to, for me, I want to be more consistent, and I want to lean into the strategy, and the strategy is heal, do more damage.
For sure.
That was my thing, but also when you're pumping, you know, with 2 Monkey Dories, you're pumping 60 plus whatever damage you're actually doing with Miltank. It you know, you're still, you do more damage to me, and it's harder for me to put out damage that does get KOs, especially when you throw down those Bouffalons.
Curly wall, yeah, buddy. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw it up on the screen now. In the editing, Miltank is the one that we picked for this, and it's got the attack Lively Tackle, where for 2 colorless it does 60 damage plus 90 if you healed this turn. And so that was our whole gimmick. Like I mostly picked it just because I like Pokemon that are also food, but also because it had a very interesting gimmick about it. So that's what we're doing here. We're healing off and then attacking. So my strategy to heal was actually to get Frostlass to damage my Bouffalons and then damage pump it over to the Miltank, and then use Radiant Serena to heal it. But I actually didn't get the opportunity to do that at all in the first 2 matches. Yours was a lot more consistent. You want to talk about what your strategy was?
So, it's on screen now. Calamitous Snowy Mountain My thought was I can heal it off fairly easy between potions and something. I didn't think of Radiant Serena, but something like Radiant, another ability or something like that, where I could just heal it off every turn. But at a certain point, I was going to heal off more than I was taking, and that's why I leaned into like the Hoot Hoots and the Terapagos. Is like I can always go search for something. I'm never really going to be lacking. I can always search for that potion. I can always search for something. So how do I get consistent damage down on Miltank every turn that I can heal it off? And that's where Calamitous Snowy Mountain comes in. Because anytime you attach a energy to a non-basic water anytime you attach to a basic non-water Pokemon, but every time you attach to a basic non-water Pokemon, that Pokemon takes 2 damage counters. So now my Pokemon's damaged, I can then throw a potion down, or I can throw the medical energy, which was really, I think, the tech for me.
It was, yeah, because you can see it where you take the damage and then you heal it off right away. So I thought that was very cool.
So it heals when it hits. So as long as you have damage on it, it'll immediately heal. But then because of Snowy Mountain, it puts damage back on, so you can heal off again the next turn. So it was just a constant, like, okay, how do I continuously put damage down every turn? And Snowy Mountain was a really good way of doing that. I thought about doing Monkey Dories, but for me, what turned me away from it is that Monkey Dory doesn't heal. It just moves damage counters. And I, again, wanted to lean into the idea that I can heal every turn and do the maximum amount of damage.
Yeah, for me, it was between Monkey Dory and Oricorio, but I believe Oricorio only heals evolution Pokemon. Is that right?
Which Oricorio? I know there was the one that was like fusion Pokemon did something.
It's the Byleth form one, the red one.
I don't even know how to spell this thing.
Oricorio. There's my survival brace. My survival brace comes in. I never got a chance to use it, but my idea with that was to heal off all my damage and then take a hit and then continue healing that. Never came into play, though.
Yeah, no, that honestly, it was a better A-spec than what I threw down, which was Hero's Cape. My thought was I can increase the longevity. I can have enough HP that I never get KO'd. I never get one-hit KO'd. And so then I can just heal off, and I have more and more health on that particular Miltank. But I would have rather even had Pokevital A over the Hero's Cape.
Yeah,
at this stage, I would have rather had that. Definitely would have rather taken. And I quit there because I just, at that point, I have no way of out-damaging you with your Monkey Dories down. There was nothing I could do.
Yeah, that was a pretty good first match for me, just because I was able to get everything I wanted out. Didn't get the Radiant Serena at all, but I still got, double Monkey Dory with Curly Wall. Very hard to top that.
Yeah, double Curly Wall, double Monkey is, oof. Because I can do a bunch of damage. I can do more damage. I can do consistent damage at putting it at like 150 every turn, or 130 every turn, or whatever it is. But, pause, with you moving 60 damage counters every turn, plus another 20 from, and I'm minusing 60, you're minusing 60, and I'm basically only netting 10 damage every turn. There was just no way for me to ever outpace you. That Oricorio is evolution, and it's only your active evolution.
Got it. Yeah, that's right.
I'll leave Limitless up, that way I can look up any other cards.
Oh, good call. Yeah, so this is game 2, and this one went a lot more rough for me. I think I did manage to get my 2 Frostlasses up and the Bouffalont, but aside from that, I did not see my Monkey Dories at all. At this point, I could have probably grabbed one, but I prioritized getting the Curly Wall up. And then after that, I just never saw my Monkey Dories this turn. So I couldn't quite do what I wanted this time. But
I think you did it right. But I think you did the right plays with what you had. but also the Monkey Dory moving damage is like the biggest thing in your build that you kind of need.
Yeah. Yeah. But since I didn't have a second mill tank, I think I would rather have had that curly wall up ahead of time until I can get something I want.
I think you did the right thing.
Yeah.
Or at least did the right thing with what you had.
Yeah, ooh, missed it by 10.
Yeah, I wasn't real thrilled. Yeah, that curly wall is just something that you can't really you can't get out of it. It's you got to beat that curly wall first, but curly wall helps protect curly wall, and it so on and so forth.
I think I made the wrong choice here by damage pumping off of that one, because I figured you were going to kill that one anyway. Probably shouldn't have done that, because now I'm about to lose both of my Bouffalants.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the Bouffalant survived.
Right, but coming into my turn, it's gonna.
Yeah.
So when you pass, it still gets knocked out.
Yeah, and the Frostlass prevents me from using Fizz.
So like I was okay with you doing it that way, and then I throw down my curly wall, and I'm like, no. Now I've got a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance?
There is a chance. I liked your build a lot. I think you played this one very well, even though I think at the end it was hubris that got you.
I played this particular game, the game that I win, I played very well for what I had.
Yeah.
And then game 3, I also played well, and then I was like, hey, he mentioned not having any of his Monkey Dories, or I don't remember exactly what you mentioned. I was
yeah,
like,
I was complaining.
I'll just throw Iono out. It'll be perfect.
I was
and
complaining
because not have done it. It was hubris and it was charity that ended up getting me the loss.
Yeah.
If I had won the mill tank, I'd trounced your babies.
Oh yeah, I probably wouldn't have used that if we were still in it.
Yeah, that was just for fun. I don't think I would have used Jinx. But it's good to know that Jinx can kill the babies. Jinx,
Yeah, how the heck I do a research here and do not pull my Monkey Dories. What the heck is this?
I mean, I like what you're going here because you really only need to use one. Like, you only really need to use one stretcher because you immediately get your Bouffalants. Whereas I only ran the 2 Boufs.
Yeah, I think I had 3 of them. You throwing that cape on the Rotom really messed me up there too, because I was banking on that going down. Yeah,
and then add 100. You're like, God dang it! Another 5 turns. I got to deal with this thing.
Yeah, and I think you kept potioning it too. I think I held out long enough for it to die to the Frostlass, but in the end,
point I was because I think because I kill your Pheasantipity with I want to say I kill Pheasantipity with Terapagos, but I could be wrong.
I think that's right. Yeah, you potioned it there. This is the only time you'll ever see me use a potion in a deck, but yeah, it worked here. It worked.
I mean, it's 30. It's 30. It technically nets me for past turn, then and out of my turn. It only does really 1, or your Frostlass only really do 1. Because I heal 30, you have 40. But if you only have 1 Frostlass, I'm technically healing for 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't have a way to heal here because my Serena never came up.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember what I do here. I think. Okay, yeah, no, I just attack. No, okay. I just instant charge. For me, at this point, I was like, okay, we're the 2 of us. We're going back and forth. I know I've got heals somewhere, so I can kind of like, I can still stall this out.
Oh yeah.
And then I pulled boss. I think I pulled boss top deck, and I was like, oh, perfect. We'll just kill this thing.
Perfect. Yeah, so we go 1-1 now.
And then
this is the match.
Hey Spencer, you want to see something cool?
Yep. He's. I'm
my own hoot.
Not gonna spoil it, but you gotta see it for yourself, audience.
It's rough. And my thought process was like, oh, I'm gonna this hoot. we're good. I forgot that Thornton keeps the damage counters on the new Pokemon, and I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking through the whole card. Read your cards. Even when you are a almost 10-year veteran in the game, read your cards.
Yep.
There's always new cards. There's always new something. Just read your cards, people. I'm telling you.
And here, yet again, my game was trying to deny me my Serena, but I was able to see that it was in my prizes, so I went for the Hisuian Heavy Ball instead of the Nest Ball, and I finally got it. Finally, on round 3, my Serena shows up. And I think you're just like, wow, I didn't even realize you were running that.
I didn't at the time, and I was actually I was praising you pretty decently.
Yeah, you were.
Because I had not thought about Radiant Serena. But I also hadn't thought about, Frostlass either. What really killed you, I think, this game, for the most part, like, you get out early. I think it's like 6-3. You get ahead pretty early.
Yeah, and then I think both of my Bufalons died to Frostlass.
Yeah, that gives me a 2-prize comeback, and then I kill another 2. I think I kill a 2-prizer. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I was hoping that Serena would buy me enough time to survive, but it, taking 40 damage in between turns is pretty rough.
Yeah, it is technically on a timer.
And use your 330 HP Terrapagos.
Yeah. That's hard to kill. That's hard to get rid of.
Yeah, it is.
Well, and that was one of those things too that, like, technically you said we can't go
above 280.
Above 280, but we didn't say anything about modifying it above 280.
Well, we did say it was okay to do that.
Okay, I legit don't remember that part of our conversation.
Yeah.
But, like, I was like, okay, I can do this. Cheeky, I don't like that I was doing it.
Yeah.
And one of the other things that I probably should have done in this deck was include Area 0. Here it is. Boom, dead.
The Thornton.
The Thornton. I should not have done that. That was so stupid.
The part that embarrasses me is that you threw this game twice, and I still almost lost.
I did throw this game. I threw it. You're right. I threw it twice. Right there was a perfect example. But yeah, I was at that stage where I lost where I was. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember what I was talking about.
It's all good. It's all good. You took 10 milligrams. I took like 25. So
I haven't taken my 10 millis. I held off for this.
Oh no.
So I could be more sound of mind, because boy, I don't want to be slurring words and just ruin it for you.
Just give me like 20 minutes. I'm gonna be all over the place.
Perfect. So we'll get through these and then we'll let you go.
I'll be like, I was never recording.
See that when you text me, and I was like, oh, God dang it! All right, let's do this. Let's get back on it.
Yeah, man, I'd feel so bad about that.
No, don't feel bad. Like so my Gouging Fire that comes out Monday, I recorded literally from start to finish, intro to outro, and then went to go click end recording, and I hit it, and it said start record or now recording or whatever OBS says, and I was like, are you shitting me? I went and I recorded for over an hour for it to be kicked back and say, yeah, no, you weren't recording at all. Like, I did the whole recording, so that was rough.
That's so rough.
And I think a lot of YouTubers are going to have that, where it's like, I thought it, or there was another one like 2 weeks ago. I caught it fairly early, but it was an audio thing where, when the power has a flicker or whatever, like power goes out for a second. It's nothing that you and I would ever even wake up from, but because it happened, like, I had to redo my whole mic system into OBS because it wasn't recognizing I even had a mic plugged in.
Yikes.
See, here is where I started to come back, and this is also where, again, I throw so hard.
Yeah, so here you've got the counter gain on the Ursa Luna, and I believe your plan is to come in and finish with that. Because here you're
That
down.
was the thought process.
You're down to one prize. I got my rescue board in the Frostless, and I top deck a double turbo, which I can't really do a whole lot with. I just pass. I'm like, all right, that's an L. I'm about to lose it.
Right here, all I should have done.
And then I complained. I was just like, I don't know where my Monkey Dories are. And then you're like, here, do you get them yet?
I'll help you find them.
I'll help you find them. And then,
through the whole game, there was nothing I could do.
You were clicking. You were like, what's wrong with my Ursaluna? I can't attack.
And I know I brought him up this turn, and it's like, yeah, but you have a counter game. And all I actually had to do, was just attack with. I could have knocked out that Frostlight. All I had to do was attack with Terrapagos.
And you could have won it.
I didn't.
Yep.
I wanted to do it with the bear, and I read your cards, and don't get cocky, kid.
Yeah, no BMing.
Just take your win and be happy.
BMing will cost you games.
Yes. I wanted to monologue for a second, and well, the adventurers were not having it.
You sly dog! You caught me monologuing.
Well, I would have won that game too if it wasn't for you and the meddling kids.
It was a cool match though. I really liked using Miltank. I thought it was, it's silly, it's gimmicky.
It was really fun.
Yeah, it's fun. And so this one's also fun. This was your pick.
Yes, Ditto from Pokemon Go. If you don't know what it does, what it says is, this Pokemon can use the attacks of any basic in your discard without a rule box, meaning V's, EX's, Radiants, all have rule boxes, so you can't use those basic Pokemon's attacks. But you can use stuff like Magikarp, you can use stuff like what you brought, which was Dondozo.
This right here was crazy. You discarded 3 Gyarados immediately.
3 off of that.
Yeah. Off of the secret box.
And I love this deck. I used to play it. I mean, when it first really kind of released, I think Scarlet Violet had just released when I picked up Ditto, and it might have even been before. No, it was before Scarlet Violet, because I was playing it with Leon, which allowed you to do 30 more damage. And I think Leon was deregulation. So I played this before, way before. It's been a couple years, or a year or two, but like I played this before, and I was like, no, this is perfect. Come on, Magikarp's my mascot. I've got to do it. If I have a chance to play a Magikarp, I've got to play Magikarp.
For sure. And me, I always got to go with food, so I picked the sushi. So my strategy was actually kind of similar to yours, where I used a Brilliant Blender to discard all my Tatsugiris, because I had a Dondozo deck when the card first came out, but the Tatsugiri that is used to fuel it was kind of mid. But now that we got a better Tatsugiri that has attract customers, I wanted to give it a shot again. And so very similar strategy. I had the Curlywall Bouffalon to keep my Dittos alive, and then using the Tatsugiri to power up Dondozo for a big attack.
Right, and it's very similar to what I do, because Magikarp with Raging Fin does 30. See, right there you used Badoo's attack.
Badoo, yeah.
But Raging Fin from Magikarp says for every Magikarp and Gyarados in your discard pile, you do 30 more damage. So it's 10 plus 30 for each one. The problem is that it doesn't say Magikarp and Gyarados in the name of the card. So like for every card in the discard with the name Gyarados in it. So that would include Gyarados and Gyarados EX or Gyarados V Max. Like, it would include any card with the name Gyarados. It doesn't say that. It just strictly says Magikarp and Gyarados. So you can only include like baby Gyarados.
Yeah, I think I do remember you mentioning that. That's interesting caveat there.
It's with the naming convention, because for instance, with Gyarados EX, I could include 4 Magikarp and technically 4 Gyarados and for Gyarados EX. Because the name of the actual card is Gyarados EX.
Yeah, another one of those read your cards carefully kind of deals.
Yes. And that's where, like, we're going to have to really kind of focus down on Journey Together, because the trainer Pokemon don't, like, it says on the card, evolves from trainer Zorua, or evolves from trainer Bellibolt. Like, it says on the card that it has to come from the Tadbulb.
Yeah.
It has to come from Iono's Tadbulb in order to evolve it into Iono's Bellibolt.
Here I want to give a good shout to Swax, who recommended I toss in a Fan Rotom. Got my board set up really well. He was like, it can get you your Curlywall and it can get you a Ditto at the same time. So I went for it, and I believe that's kind of what pushed me ahead in this one.
I probably Curlywall here is really just fantastic, and yes, the Fan Rotom definitely. Like, at this point, I was like, I was down to 2 cards, and I know that I was I was waiting on top deck, and I was watching the time slip by. Like, yep, well, this is where it all ends.
Right here, I misplayed. I Jet Energy Fan Rotom up to the front to hopefully knock out your Squawkabilly, and realized it only does 10 damage. So I was like, yeah, actually, let me retreat that.
Let me retreat and do that and come back real quick. There was a couple times where I was like, why am I not doing enough damage? I know I did the math right, and then it's like, oh wait, no. Curlywall says minus 60. There's nothing I can do right
now. I tossed Budu in there because I wanted to be able to attack for no energy, just in case. I like the what Budu does. Like, a lot of people are really complaining about what it does to the meta, but in my opinion, it's actually I feel like it fixes the meta in a lot of cases. It's very anti-turbo. And so, if I can't set up properly, I like having Budu in my back pocket. So that's why I threw that in there.
So I've gone through multiple metas where they speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. This is something that Pokemon does all the time. It'll happen. We'll find a good ramping or a good rapid way of doing things, and then they'll come out with a card that slows it down. Mew VMAX is a perfect example of that, where they built a card that was way overpowered, and it made games so fast. And they were like, well, we got to slow this down. And then Drapion V came out, and it was like, oh, well.
Didn't they also make like a Mightyena or something like that? That's like, if there's a VMAX in play, it attacks for free.
Yeah, but it was good, but it didn't see enough play, because Drapion is at that point a basic Pokemon that needs less energy the more VMAXs you have. Like, okay,
yeah,
knock them out. Drapion became much better, even though it did it rotate when Mightyena rotated?
Yes. I only remember the Mightyena because I was a huge Zorobox player before the last rotation, and I threw that in there just in case of Mew VMAX.
So, question.
Yeah.
Why do you keep the why do you keep the notifications on?
You talking about the chat?
No. If you go back a little bit, you don't have to, but if you go back a little bit, it shows up right before you attack or you do something. It's like, hey, don't undo it, or don't do this, or it tries to tell you about something.
Oh, because I need that. I feel like I'll make more misplays if I don't.
That's fair.
The double confirm is more of a protection from myself.
That's fair. And I think you needed to do the encore. You needed to remove this and put it before we started drawing. I think I remember that from yesterday.
Yeah. And this is our silly fun round, because by this point I had already won.
Yeah, Yep, don't remind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, rub it in. Rub salt in the wound a little bit more. It'll help.
Yeah, by this point I went 2-0 for the night, and we're just helping you feel better by using my little. You can beat up on my little babies here. This is
I had to punch a baby after losing that bad.
Yeah, so this is my baby box build, where I was using the Toxtricity with Loud Mix, which is, 50 damage plus 30 for every different type on your bench. And so my logic was toss in as many babies in there of different types so that...
Yeah, your child labor force.
My child labor force. It's so funny, though. I love it. Magby over here doing 60 damage back if you hit it. Toss a Vengeful Punch. It does 100 damage to anything that hits it. You know, punishment for beating up on babies. Then we got the Stork.
Some of these babies deserve it, so... Some of them deserve it.
Yeah, what did you come in with?
So I came in with Jinx and Hypno. It was this particular video, or this particular deck dropped on Valentine's Day. So if you're new to me and haven't seen that video, please go check it out. I liked it. I enjoy this. Jinx has always been one of my, like, I don't like to admit I like it Pokemon, if that makes sense.
I hear you. I hear you. Like
was one of those things that, like, okay, this is perfect. I'll do this.
Like going like private listening on Spotify whenever you have like Nickelback or Bieber.
Hey, look, I was one of those people that I'll admit I wasn't a real fan of Nickelback, but I have my best friend is a huge fan of Nickelback, so like I've given him more chance, and all right, cool. I can admit Nickelback is derivative, but also it's good, and you can't deny that it's good.
You know what? I agree. Nickelback got too much hate. It's not bad.
I feel, and this might be definitely dating myself, and they've absolutely seen a resurgence as of late, but like, Creed also got a really bad rap.
Yeah, actually, I agree.
Like, Creed is, like, I don't know, like, it's something about Creed, and it's like, no, this is actually a fun, you know, I can sit there, like, don't be wrong, I make fun of it, and I absolutely, sing it wrong and put a little stank on the end of it when I'm singing it, but also, like, I mean, it's fun, I'll admit.
For sure. Is this where you thought the conversation would go?
No, but all of our conversations go in random directions, and I don't really care. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, no, I have a good time, too. Yeah, so you beat up on my babies, you killed my Jirachi to end the game there.
Yeah, and I did not make the same mistake of throwing an Iono and changing my Pokemon that can't attack. There was no mercy for babies.
No mercy for babies.
Particular round. There was no mercy for babies. Which I also did a child labor force that's going to drop Friday. I was very inspired by this. And you were very proud of it in Discord between the two of us. You were very proud of it, and it was infectious. I'll admit it was a very infectious pride.
Can we really call it pride though? Because I was more like, look at this stupid thing I cooked up.
But see, I think it was the excitement of how stupid it was to you that you were like, no, this is actually fun and stupid, and I want to do this.
Yeah, this is easily.
I was like, you know what? Honestly, it's not a bad idea. I'll try it out.
Yeah, me and my buddy were just like on Discord one night, and he was just like trying to come up with a list because we're gonna use this Toxtricity in our next March tournament. If you haven't already signed up, you should join our Discord and sign up for it. You too, Magikarp. You should jump in for it. It'd be fun.
March is gonna be rough for me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I haven't chosen a weekend for it yet, but it'll probably be later in the month.
Okay. Yeah, March, because I've got Emily later in that, when kids and time and stuff kind of opens up for her. So
gotcha.
With Emily, I might have to bow out just on trying to have time with my female friends.
Fair enough. I don't have those.
Call me crazy. I like women. That'll get you canceled these days.
Hey, you can't do that in 2025.
Yeah, no, you have to be gay.
Christ.
My best friend is gay. Like, I love her to death. I don't have a problem with gays. You are some of my favorite people. For my 21st birthday, my adopted mom took me out to Mad Myrna's, which is a a gay bar, drag bar in Anchorage, Alaska, and just had a lot of ton of fun dressing in drag for her and getting drunk and having random people hit on. It was just I love gay culture, but also like I'm not gay. Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me yet. Fair
enough. Yeah. I took my niece to a pride parade here in DC once, and that was probably one of the most fun parades I've ever been to. It was a blast.
Oh yeah, no, my 21st birthday was so much fun. In a wig, my adopted mom put big fake tits in a shirt for me, and I'm just walking around getting hit on, and it feels good. I'm not gonna lie to you, it feels good to be around people that are happy.
Yeah,
and just out there having fun.
For sure. This is cool right here.
Absolutely do it again.
This is cool right here.
This is where you do the 100 damage back to me.
Yeah. So Magby has an effect where if you hit it, it deals 60 damage back. I threw a Vengeful Punch on it. You take 100 damage there off of a baby KO, which is so funny. And then we got Bonsley over here. Bonsley? I guess it's a bonsai, so Bonsley? Don't know.
I've always called it Bonsley.
So have I.
I've been calling it Bonsley since, fourth generation?
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. Like I'll call it something once, and then that's just what it's called for the rest of my life. Like I know it's Arcanine, but I've been calling it Arcanine since I was a child.
Well, they didn't call it Arcanine in the anime when I was a kid. They called it Arcanine.
Yeah. So I'm not crazy.
No, I remember it very distinctly because it's the episode where Gary is riding his Arcanine in the race, and Ash is riding a Ponyta, and that evolves literally mid-race as Ash is engulfed in flames and is murderized by this Rapidash. And I very distinctly remember Gary calling it Arcanine.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
I don't remember what that episode is called, but I know that episode exists. I know I'm not crazy. Then again, Mandela Effect is wild, and we could go on for about an hour and a half about the Mandela Effect.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, no, like I know that the audience will roast you if you pronounce a Pokemon's name differently from the way they do it. Like now that Snipe the Bench is on our roster for this next tournament, I gotta have some words with him because the way he pronounces Sprigatito is a crime.
Wait, I've never heard this. Go ahead.
He pronounces Spirigatito. Spirigatito, like spirit.
But it's not a ghost Pokemon.
Yeah, it's a sprig. I gotta have some words with him because I'm like,
it's a sprig. It's a okay. I mean, do you, boo boo? I'm not gonna yuck your yum or anything, but also like you definitely.
It hurts.
But those were fun games. I'm gonna try to help you get this out even faster than the last time.
Yeah.
The audio is being recorded because I think we watched through this thing another time.
Last time, yeah.
Yeah, so let's not do that again.
All good. Yeah, instead, I'll just give you a chance to plug whatever you want. My man, VanillaMagikarp.
I'll make the same joke I made last night. The only thing I want to plug is you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, happy Valentine's. But just like how cool you've been to me, and like I got to, especially when you were on your road to monetization, I really got to just like cheer for you and root you on as I watched you go from 200 to 300 to 400, and you've been a great friend, and I absolutely adore you. I talk to you every day, even if it's just a 2-text day. I talk to you every day. You've become one of my better friends, especially in Pokemon, and you make YouTube fun for me. And I've technically you technically have done it longer through different formats and different video games, but like I've been making Pokemon TCG content for longer, and I got to watch you surpass me, and you've just made it fun and made it worthwhile, and so has the audience for that matter. So I just want to plug you and plug our monthly build and battle challenges. I think we decided on March 12th would be the next one. That's tentatively.
Yeah, we penciled it in for March 12th.
Yeah, so just come back out, watch these happen and unfold in real time. We both stream it, and
we have a good time. We're just out here talking shit most of the time.
Yeah, I make fun of Chef. I make fun of Spencer. It's just fun and exciting, and just come on out for the next one because it's going to be even better.
I appreciate it, man.
You want to plug?
There is, yeah. I want to plug you, man.
Oh, please and thank you.
There's no additional text to that. It's
Nope. Take it how you want. Because I know I will.
No, I'm playing. No, like agree. This has been like a beautiful friendship. You know, that's blossomed out of just Pokemon TCG. We sit here. We're grown ass men playing with Pokemon cards, and we're loving it. Like it's just a good time that we have. I didn't think that I would be making friends this early on, but like between you and between all of the other creators that I've been talking to in the last day, doing this tournament setup that we're doing, everyone's so nice. Like everyone wants to see each other grow. Like there is no animosity between like subscriber counts, viewer counts, and things like that. I was kind of expecting that there would be, because I came from a different YouTube culture where that was a thing. When I was a Destiny content creator for a little bit, and there was that kind of thing. There was something like cannibalism over sub counts, and it's just like it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. But this community has by far been the most loyal and the best that I've been a part of. And
for sure. I think Victory needs to get off the ADP bandwagon and kind of stop. I mean, he's posting damn near every video that I post up now, and absolutely every stream. He's in there saying something about ADP. He was even in my Phasmophobia random one-off stream asking where's ADP. Like,
I did that too.
I know. Trust me. I saw. But yeah, no, like I love our community. I love the community you and I are building together, just organically through watching us stream in these build and battles, but also just love the community that is around me and the people that are around me. You're gonna have your wackos, you're gonna have your one-offs, your people that are diehard loyal fans that that have a weird parasocial relationship with some other creator that are gonna say something about the deck list that you were inspired to use but didn't rip off, and then you got to deal with that. But when I say a dime a dozen, it's not even that. I mean, it is once in a blue moon I'll get a comment that's like that. The Pokemon TCG community, especially for these lower creators like me, it's just nothing but love and support. And keep it up, people, because it is really genuinely something I appreciate and makes me want to make more content.
For sure, man. Like, so the main thing that I did want to plug was just the creator tournament that we got coming up. We don't have a date set for it. We're hoping to have a date figured out by this weekend, and I've got a nice small team that's working on it. We're, I've been working with Ginge TCG. I think that's how you pronounce it. My buddy Shifu Stu, he's one of my most loyal subscribers. He's started making his own content recently. He's doing some great stuff too. And you. And you've given me a lot of really good feedback, really good advice. Came to you this morning with a crazy idea, and you talked me down from it, so I appreciate that. There was one thing that I've been told that I have is I have the gift of being able to talk. And that was one of those that, like, it's something my grandpa used to do as a tattoo artist, where you'd have to talk people off the ledge of, like, trust me, you don't want to get her name on your chest. So, like, it's very much the same skill of, like, Chef, I hear you, and it's a really cool idea, but also, it's a different landscape than TV, so let's try to curtail that back and try to figure that out. Look, man,
for the next one.
My eyes are bigger than my mouth sometimes.
Hey, what chef doesn't have that problem?
Exactly. But no,
chef doesn't have that problem.
I appreciate you, keeping it real with me. But yeah, that's really what I want to pull. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and like I told you, like, let's keep it simple. Let's not the logistics alone on you talking to every creator and everything. It's gonna get really stressful, and you already tend to put a little bit too much on your plate, and you can. I'm not saying it's often, but you can get overwhelmed. and then you got to take a whole week off, and it's like, hey, let's keep it simple. Let's let me work with you, but let's keep it simple for this first one.
Yeah.
The second one, we can go all out, but this first one, let's make it sure it works. we gotta crawl before we can walk, and we gotta walk before we can run.
100%, you are correct. But yeah, join us for our tournament. It'll be fun. We've got like 20. I think we're at 21 creators now that are involved, including Snipe the Bench. Triple B TCG just responded to me. He sounds like he's interested. We got half of my audience is out there harassing LDF right now, trying to get his attention.
That would be cool if your audience can also harass PTCG Radio. Just because I love Wazzy, he's so cool. I love Ross. I've talked to him once at and it was for all of 15 seconds. But he is one of the nicest guys that I could ever say that I genuinely, he's one of the nicest guys in this creator space as far as Pokemon TCG content goes. So if you can get Ross, I know he's in England. I know it's going to be hard for him schedule-wise, but like Ross is really awesome. So let's see if we can't harass him too a little bit.
All right, you heard it here first, guys. Go on all of Ross's videos. That's PTCG Radio, and harass him until he agrees to join us.
Or blocks us. Either way.
But also sub to him so that we're not like actively hurting his numbers or anything.
He's a fantastic. And you keep telling me, and you've told me multiple times, and you've stroked me so many times, saying that I have a wealth of knowledge that I feel like I don't have, but
you do.
Clearly I do, because I've been doing this for, like I said, now like what 7-8 years now.
Yeah.
At a competitive level, but he's been doing it even longer. He's been playing since Diamond and Pearl days competitively.
Nice.
So you think I have a wealth of knowledge? Ross PTCG Radio has so much more knowledge than I do about so many different metas and different things that, like, if we can get him, I don't get starstruck. I don't care who you are in the real world, but he's one of those people that I'm like, ooh, wait, this guy's really cool. You'll see me blush on stream if I get to actually meet him again.
No, dude, you're seeing me getting I'm getting starstruck with like just the people that I've talked to like in the last day. Like I've been watching these content creators for years, and all of a sudden, they're talking about working with me on a project, and it's just like this is surreal to me. Like everyone in this community has been awesome. Like nobody is too big to work with a small creator like me. Everyone's enthusiastic. This is an awesome community. I can't stop gushing about it. If you let me, I'd be on here for another hour just talking about how awesome this journey's been.
For sure, same thing. But we're not gonna let you talk for another hour because we're gonna get this video out and recorded and edited before Friday.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. I mean, I'm probably gonna work on it tonight and just put it up tomorrow.
That would be awesome. And I know a lot of this isn't gonna I know a lot of this is kind of back end talk, and it's some of this will get cut, but for the most part, we're probably not going to cut too much. But
I don't think I'm even going to cut very much at all. Like not even. I mean, maybe just like the beginning little bit where I asked you to give your opinions on Elon.
Yeah, well, I have them. I have them. If you're interested in what my take on Elon is, you have to subscribe and comment on my most recent video, and then I'll tell you.
Do it. Subscribe to VanillaMagikarp. He's been an awesome guy. He's one of my best friends. Like not even like in the PTCG space, but just like period. And
yeah, for sure. Like you've very easily become one of my best friends. I feel weird when I don't talk to you.
Yeah, same actually.
Like I feel a little like, hey man, is he all right? Is he sick? Like I get a little anxious. Like maybe should I text? I don't want to bug him. But, like, I also, like, I need to know he's okay.
I appreciate that, dude. Like, I'll always answer whenever anyone comes to me with anything. For whatever reason, Discord's kind of weird on my phone where it doesn't even, like, always notify me. But
unless, and I think it's my settings, but unless you put at VanillaMagikarp or at my personal, I do not get any notifications from Discord. Like even if it's just me and you on a private message, unless you say my name, I don't get them. I don't notice. I had to actually open Discord earlier to find out that you know botched the audio because you're so bad at this.
I am bad at this, man. I'm sorry. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. Yeah, you go ahead and do your sign off first, and then I'll do mine.
Yeah, I'm not streaming. I'm not nothing. This is all for you. Just to help record. But if you would, please like, share, comment, subscribe to Chef Husky because he's fucking amazing. And with that, have fun, stay safe. I love you guys. Bye.
I hope y'all don't have fun. No, I'm kidding. It's been an honor, and I thank you all for watching. And if you made it this far in, go ahead and sub to both of us. You know, we're going to do this every month. Most likely going to have it, you know, winner go to spoils, where if you win, we'll do this on your channel. If I win, we'll do it on mine. But go ahead and sub to both of us. I thank y'all for watching. Have a good night.